What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to Friday night. It's the Nerd Den. What's up, everybody? I will say that there are some changes coming soon to the Nerd Den. Dusty and I have talked about it all week. We've been in planning sessions for the last couple weeks, taking it easy, kind of powering down from Web3 Comic-Con, and we've made the decision unilaterally that this Nerd Den channel should now have a focus on ASMR. So... So please enjoy these soothing sounds of Andrew's breathing for the next 45 minutes.
What?
No? See, this is a generational thing. Romel's giving me if Romel doesn't know what ASMR is, then I know we're early. You don't know what it is? See, when I first heard of ASMR, I thought of ATM, and that is a completely different thing. I thought I thought it was a weird. Anyway, it's Dusty, what's ASMR?
We're done with this discussion.
It's audio,
sensual sounds.
Audio sounds.
I think the only reason I know anything about it is because Avery always joked with me about all the noises I make when I'm doing my scam calls.
Yeah, ASMR sounds remarkably like you eating a bunch of Peeps.
Todd made me watch this.
Well, I was curious. I was like, what the hell is it? I'm like an old man, like with all these new kids. And I'm like, it's ridiculous. I was just like, it's the end of society, man. It really is. Here, I'm gonna let's look at one. How about we share one so we have some context? Here, let me. I've been looking at YouTube ads, so I have my ad blocker. Here we go. You guys, Andrew, Avery, you will appreciate this.
Avery's not here.
Avery's not here.
Avery's not feeling well, but he would appreciate this. Romel will appreciate this too. So this is the future. You guys, let me know what you think.
Why do you think it's the future? It's been around forever.
Here you go. Just listen.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Today. We are back.
See, Romel could do that with his echo all by him damn self. There's also ASR or ASMR of people eating food.
We're going to be making loads of cute, nice noises.
She makes cute noises, and she's gonna tap pink things.
Barbie loves pink.
Because Barbie. There you go, Romel. Barbie loves pink, and she's wearing a Barbie outfit. And so you're like this.
Todd, I think we got the idea.
I'm just saying, 129,000.
This is really freaking creepy. That's all I'm saying.
129,000 views. I'm just saying, yeah. Carrots has 2 hours of listening to Todd eat potato chips in front of a microphone. I'm down. Like, let's go. Look at Romel. Romel doesn't even know. Romel's seen everything under the sun, and dude doesn't understand what the fuck is going on. How you doing, guys? Happy Friday. MK says I'd actually prefer the NPC over this. No, we will not be doing ASMR. Surprise. But we are looking at like bumping up YouTube, and kind of that's going to be our next move after Web3 Comic-Con. We'll talk more about how everything's going, and like next steps. We're going to do a summoner session. I will say though that Web3 Comic-Con was in terms of like networking and getting exposure for adult fantasy and for our community was pretty huge. A lot of things have come out of that. A lot of amazing connections, and it's been pretty phenomenal. It was a shit ton of work. So you know, we've been, you know, the last couple of weeks we took it easy a little bit, and now we're grinding back with like meetings and discussions and looking at audience building and things like that. So a lot of good stuff coming up. And yeah, man, I'm really good to chill out. I've actually, just to give you a summary of some of the other stuff that I've been looking at this week. Do you guys know who Ino Takashi is?
No.
All right, Ino Takahiko.
Nope.
So Ino Takahiko is the guy that the artist behind Vagabond does this book.
Okay.
In this, so Vagabond is Japanese, right? Let me zoom in here so you can kind of see this. So he did. I think he just finished it. He did this was a weekly book, so a weekly comic, meaning about 20 to 30 pages a week, right? Just insane levels of detail, and the whole thing is just like a samurai battle. Like it's just awesome. It's one of the most popular manga in Japan. I've been collecting them for a long time. You can see some of the detail here, right? He does everything with a calligraphy brush, so that's all brushwork, right? Crazy talented. Anyway, there's actually a DVD. I actually have it. There's a DVD called Draw right here that I got, you know, back in the day in New York, right? And this is a DVD set of him literally drawing his comics because it's so crazy looking. And of course, this is Japanese, and I can never set my DVD player to like read Japanese DVDs. Fortunately, we live in the age of the internet, and someone put it up on YouTube. And so I was watching it and just kind of like getting inspired for comics again. So getting ready to do some production work. I even picked out. Let me pull this out. I even brought this bad boy out, which was just a bunch of like old sketches, like old character designs, pages, all that kind of stuff, right?
Nice,
so,
nice.
Like, let's see, I'll show you. Like, let's see, pull out a character page here. Yeah, this is like one of my. I really liked how that came out back in the day. Right, little kid waiting for the train, right?
Was that from Versus?
Yeah, that's Versus.
Okay.
So you know, getting the juices flowing, getting the mind working, and it is cool, man. Like because we live in this crazy age where you can actually hop on YouTube and watch, like, you know, some of the best artists in the world draw, especially the Japanese, because they actually do like documentaries on this stuff. I mean, you know, Americans have it too, but the ones for like Americans, for like McFarlane or Frank Miller or like any of those guys, like most of those came out in the, like our age, like 80s and 90s, right? But you can see like some of these guys who were drawing like what's his fucking name? This guy. So this is another guy that I fucking love. His stuff is you want to feel like you're a slacker. So this is Naoki Urasawa. He's got a dozen different books, but a couple of them are Pluto and 20th Century Boys, right? Like, so check this out. So this is 20th Century Boys. I'll just show you the art style, and then I'll tell you what's so crazy about this dude that I didn't know. So this is also, he does weekly books, right? Now, granted, they have teams, so he does the characters, and then his team tones it and usually draws some of the background designs, right? But this motherfucker draws. Well, I'll make you. I'll take a quiz. How many pages does this guy draw a week or a month? How many pages does he draw a month?
Well, a normal comic is 22 pages.
Yep, and it's about the same in Japan. It's like 20 to 30 in Japan. So
if he's doing, I'd say 75, maybe 80.
Okay, good guess. Ramel, you can unmute for a second because I know your mic is a little messed up. But what do you think?
I say 100.
About 100 a month.
Yeah, that's
Cool. Let us know when you get out of the negatives on the thing. So Ramel says 100 a month. Andrew says 75 a month. Zach, do you want to take a shot? Like how many pages do you think this guy does a month?
Are any of us close?
I have fuck, I have no idea, man. I'm right now I'm seeing double. So show that comic again, please.
So he does, this is one of his books. This was the other one called Pluto.
Right. Oh. Well, right now I'm seeing 4 pages, although they're kind of blending into each other. Damn it! I knew I shouldn't have dropped that acid, but no, I'm just kidding. It's not acid. It's actually it's actually a proprietary blend brought in at great expense from certain tribes in the darkest Amazon, which probably explains why I'm broke all the time.
Uh-huh.
So right now, Todd, for some reason, your where your head should be, there's like a giant writhing mess of tentacles, and there's this giant gaping maw filled with teeth, and inside is a dark void, darker than deep place black hole. And
he's living in an episode of Urasuki Doji.
From what I hear that the deep stirring sounds, the chitness hymns of those who must not be named, of Azathoth, and his numberless brood, and they're all saying, how many pages a day do you think? How many pages?
Yes, Zach. How many pages?
And honestly, the answer is I have no fucking idea.
Awesome, Zach. Thank you very much.
Yeah, keep it going, guys. The NyQuil's about to kick in, so who knows? Front of my mouth in a bit.
Great guess, Zach. Thank you very much. MK says 60 a month. Carrot says 600 a month. This dude draws. He draws.
I don't get to guess.
I thought you knew, but go ahead.
I do know. I do. We already talked about this time.
Yeah, I thought you talked about.
Yes.
So he draws 140 pages a month.
Wow.
And he did it for 20 years. 20 years, 140 pages a month. And so, anyway, when you start to see these guys draw, I mean, they're geniuses on paper. Like they make it look so easy. They sketch it out really quick and they go straight to ink, and it's just there, you know. So, certainly on another level. But you know, if they can do weekly comics, and you know, this guy's doing 140 pages a month, we certainly can bust out some pages and start getting the ball rolling on this for ourselves and get on a good schedule for it. And that'll happen as soon as we get the character, the RPG character builder out, which we're working on completing next week, or starting to work on towards completion next week. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. It's really good. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome watching all these artists like draw their asses off and get inspired by it and get back in the zone of it. Andrew, how are you?
Good. That reminds me, I have something I need to bring up after the stream. So remind me that I have something to ask you about afterwards.
Okay.
It's an idea we came up during my last live stream with Avery on the Scam channel. And I'm going to run it past you because you probably know more about what we're talking about than I do.
Well, why don't you talk about it now?
Because it's proprietary. It's like me asking you, so what's your next big project? What are you doing that you don't
just talked about it. I literally just said
don't talk about everything, you dick, and you know it.
I try.
I know, but not everything.
Well,
there's some things you keep under wraps. There's some things you keep
All
under
right.
wraps, and this is
Okay.
Now, granted, I did openly talk about it during my last live stream, but this is a different audience, so.
An audience that actually gives a shit about you and wants to hear what you have to say, as opposed to your scam audience.
All right, we came up with an idea for a role-playing game.
Oh.
In which, hold on a second, I gotta take this call.
Oh, Jesus, Andrew. Put it live. Oh, look at him. He just dipped out to take a scam call. At least he's dedicated. Should we like mime him? Hold on.
Am I still bad?
You sound great. Again, it's just that we hear the echo. Okay, that's fine. That's actually better. So you're good. Oh, yeah, no, you cheap the cheeseburger.
I need 6 sex toys by Thursday.
Y'all are dicks, okay? It's not funny. That was my son calling me. Nothing was important on it. Nothing was anything but fuck you all. Man, I just wanted to talk to my kid, okay? So what was I saying? Oh,
You were something about role playing. One of you
a
was gonna wear
role-playing
dress.
game.
I wasn't sure who.
which the goal of the game is you're a scammer working in a scam call center, and you're reaching out to elderly people and you're trying to scam them, and there's multiple categories that you have to build as you do the call, as you make the call. Like you have to be trustworthy, you have to instill fear, there's all these different steps, and if you lose the people and you get below a certain level, you lose the call and they hang up on you and you lose. But if you get to a certain stage, or you can scam them out of money, and that's the whole goal, is to scam the person out of money. But it's also like the idea was kind of like Monopoly, where every now and then you have to you pick up a chance card and something happens. Like, for example, I was on a scam call the other day where I asked the guy where he was, and he said he was in Tampa. And I asked him, how did he do during the hurricane? And he was like, what are you talking about? He didn't know that there was a hurricane that had come right past Tampa. And he's like, we don't have a hurricane. I'm like, you idiot. You just had one like 2 days ago. And he's like, what? It's like, it's one of those things where you don't answer a question, an obvious question, properly, you lose their trust, or you lose whatever. And winning the game is scamming old people, and losing the game is them figuring out you're a fucking idiot.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about RPG or games. But
you don't know anything about
we were playing around with the idea of calling it Scammer Call Center or something.
No, I think that's great. I actually think that's pretty brilliant too, because you have an audience that would actually like probably want to buy it. You know.
Yep. Well, I imagine it more like a card game,
Mm-hmm.
where you set up and you pull cards and like, crap, see, now I'm screwed. But if you can continue to build on those things, you scare the old people into thinking that their social security number has been compromised or their credit card number has been compromised.
No, that's totally good.
And the more realistic you can make it, the better the chance you get to rip them off.
I think that's awesome, man. I think usually the first thing you would want to do, obviously, is come up with a simple rule set or a rule set, and then just do play testing.
Yeah, but I know nothing about that. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it.
Okay.
We actually said it in the live stream where Avery was like, "Yeah, you got to bring that up with Todd. Todd knows all about that stuff." So
yeah, man, we could work on that. That's great. I love it. I think actually has a pretty good hook to it. So yeah. All right, we'll talk about it. Does anyone? Hey, MK Carrots, you guys want a scam? What would you call it? A call center? We'll have to come up with a fancy name for it.
Scam, it's like Scam Center or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole idea is that you're a scammer and you're trying to steal and rob people over the phone. But
I think it's awesome. Well, outside of that, that's actually a pretty cool idea. Outside of that, like, how's the shop? What's going on? What's new?
Well, as you guys know, I've been bringing a lot of slabbed books to the store. And as a matter of fact, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I have like 19 new ones sitting here to show you guys. So I've actually slowed down a little bit. But I built a display in the store for the books, and I need more display room, so I've got to build another one tomorrow while I'm there. But the worst possible thing happened today.
Okay.
The absolute worst thing.
What's that?
I got a notification that one of my packages from eBay was delivered to the front door, and there was no package at my front door.
Oh no.
And it wasn't
bummer.
UPS, it was the post office.
Oh, you're fucked.
So I can't hold it Romella liable. But there is insurance on the package, so we'll see. But it said it was delivered to the front door. Now, I was home all day long, and we had workers working on the roof. And I went out there, and I had another worker who came into the house to fix a ceiling thing. And I asked them, I said, did you guys see the postman? And none of them saw a mail person delivering anything. So my thought is they delivered it to the wrong address. It's happened before. And I'm just hoping that one of my neighbors is honest and brings me my package. Otherwise, I gotta do a claim against the post office. And it was about $130 worth of books. So
Ooh.
which there was a McFarlane Hulk in there.
Ooh.
That I was getting excited about getting. But
Oh.
yeah. Yep, but that's okay. I mean, poo-poo happens. It happens. But I have some really cool books to show you. I got some waste of time books to show you, but because I have a tendency when I'm bidding on something that I really want, if it says we will, we'll combine shipping for multiple products. If I get something else, the shipping gets diluted amongst the more books you buy, and it becomes a little bit more reasonable to order several. Like I had this one guy, I won one book, and he had auctions going on the next day, and he combines 4 together or 10 in one large box. So I ended up winning 11 books from him, and that should be delivered on Monday. So I'll have at least 11 books to show you guys next week.
As
But
long as it's delivered to the right place.
I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down because I'm going a little crazy with these books. So
yeah, you're starting another collection, which is cool. Kyle, what's up, man? Kyle says bonus points if you role play with a slight Indian accent. Welcome, Kyle. Happy Friday, brother. Good to see you in chat as always, man. Doc says, "Yo, what's up, nerds? How you doing, Doc? Good to see you too." We were just saying, yeah, like we took last week and really most of this week to just kind of relax and kind of recharge the batteries and just doing like a lot of. It's been a planning week, which is good. Like after Labor Day. What'd you guys do for Labor Day anyway? Anyone do anything cool? Ramel, you do anything? No.
I was not working from all my jobs, so I spent the day bebopping around. I hit 2 Best Buys, or 1 Best Buy, 2 Targets, 2 Walmarts, 1 Ollie's, and 1 someplace else, and didn't find shit.
Wow.
Nothing I was looking for was there.
Damn, dude. Yeah. Carrot says you just need to what does he say? You just need to turn over some of the stuff you buy through your store or online setup.
Well, I sold, that McFarlane Spider-Man?
Yeah. I
bought it, I think with shipping and everything, it was a little over $80. I sold it for $125.
Excellent.
Last weekend. So I made about a $45 profit off of it. So that's how you do it. You got to sell, you sell everything a little bit more, and then you get money and you can buy more stuff.
Yeah, but you've spent way more than $45 on your I know you have a stack now, so
you know how anal retentive I am when it comes to keeping track of this stuff. Do you want me to give you a quick idea of how much I've spent to date?
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
I don't know if I want to tell you.
Yes.
Oh, well,
wait,
you remember
Ramel,
how
you're I can't hear you, Ramel. I think you're still, I don't know. That's like you're trying to say something. Don't worry about it. All right.
Oh, wow. Maybe I don't want to tell you.
You looking it up now?
I'm looking at the total, and Ooh.
What's the total?
Well, originally the thought was to use my YouTube money to buy these books. I kind of doubled that.
Yeah. I could have told you that, dude.
Yeah.
What's your spend so far?
With shipping and tax and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this also includes the 10 that I paid for myself, that I had done myself. Almost $5,000. A little less than that.
Jesus, dude. Well, that's a lot. I mean, that's pretty cool. Andrew, congratulations.
Yes, but the guide value of all the books is a little over $8,000. So
you
it's
just have
all
to sell every
investment.
single book and you'll make a profit. Pretty cool.
You actually have to sell them too.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I did tell you guys I have a stack that's on the shelf behind me that are mine and aren't going to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I may have to break into those at some point.
You want to show us? You want to show us some of the stuff?
No, you've all seen them all.
Oh, you don't have
You've
anything
seen those all. No, well, what I have right here in this stack is new, and there's at least one in there that I may keep. It's one I've wanted for a long time. As soon as I saw the image, now here's the funny thing. I think I discussed this with you guys last time. What I've noticed about people who are buying slab books is you're either buying an investment book, or you're buying a book that means something to you, like something you had as a kid and you want to have another copy in a click, or it's got a really good fucking cover. Because you're never going to open it. You're only ever going to display the cover, period.
Right.
You're never going to open it. So if it has a really nice cover, then it's a reason to buy it. And I recently started going to the store and picking out issues that I like the cover, and thought this would make a great slab book. And we'll see what happens. I've got books over here that are valuable. I've got ones that are true to my heart, and then others had a really nice cover and would look fantastic slabbed. And I showed you guys a few of them last week. I did pick up a few more. Hold on a second.
Well, Carrot says Drew is earning a nice DGen badge, catching up to us Web3 dummies.
All right, hold on.
All right.
Actually, I have more over here I haven't showed you that I. Oh, those are valuable ones. Those aren't just for the cover. But all right, I'll show you some of the ones I picked up recently just because I like the covers.
Okay.
And so you want to real quick?
Should we do some ASMR as you zoom in there?
Hey, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi. Tickle, tickle, tickle. This was two of these.
Sorry. Can someone please clip that?
Wait, Romel, unmute yourself for just a second. Romel, unmute yourself for a second. Romel, did he unmute himself?
He did. No, he unmuted himself, but I don't
He's
think
not echoing anymore.
We're not getting the echo. Damn it.
You're not getting any sound from him anymore.
Oh, well.
I know you're trying. You wanted the echo. I understand.
So two of these books, the first two I'm going to show you, they were slabbed and available on eBay, and I actually bid on them and lost. I didn't win them. And my threshold for buying stuff on eBay, depending on what it is, could be anywhere from $20 to $50. So they must have sold for at least more than $20, $25 in order for me to lose the auction, which meant finding them at my local store for cover price and then slabbing them may be a good investment in the future. But the first book is one of the Wonder Woman number 800s. This is the Yannick Paquette cover, which I think is gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's a nice cover. So it's potentially a grade just because of the cover book. The next one is Catwoman number 56. This is the Terry Dodson variant. And it's just because Terry Dodson draws a great Catwoman. So yeah. Actually, I believe it or not, I found a copy of World Tree #1 first print, still at the comic book store. This one had so many variant issues that people go crazy for the variants, but the fact that the original first issue, first print,
Mhm.
could potentially be worth something, it's worth grading, just for the hell of it to have.
Okay. I mean,
this
is
one,
it a good now? Did you, especially for that World Tree thing, and are you like buying it purely for the investment, or?
I bought
Or
the
did it-
first issue, read it, said this isn't for me, and I gave it to Avery because I figured he might like it.
Okay.
The main character, the chick in it, she's usually half naked through the whole book, so yeah, I figured he might like it. But I
Okay.
wasn't into it, even though supposedly it's very popular right now.
All right.
The next one I bought just for the cover was one of the Disney 100 anniversary variants. This is actually Amazing Spider-Man #27 with What If Mickey Mouse Was the Invincible Iron Man.
Is that a real thing?
What do you mean, is it a real
It's
thing?
a real book.
No, it's just the cover.
Okay.
That's it. It's issue #27 of Amazing Spider-Man, but this is the cover that's on it.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. Another one I bought just for the cover was, I believe it or not, Todd, I don't believe I bought this, but Battle Chasers #10. This is the Joe Madura cover.
Is it the first printing?
First printing, yeah.
Yeah.
What's so funny is the other one I bought that had the Art Germ cover of Red Monica was issue #12. I
Mhm.
completely missed issue #11. I have not been able to find it. So
No, I haven't.
Whatever.
I haven't.
see,
See,
Romel's
Romel's back.
let's
Let's try this again.
Tickle.
Tickle.
Go ahead, Ramon.
Go ahead, Romel.
Mute or what?
Yes, mute.
Yes, mute.
Oh God, I'm gonna blow my own ears out.
It was actually louder on Romel's
know.
computer. than-
This was a recent issue that came out. It was a special called Gnort's Swimsuit Edition. There were multiple covers, but this is the one I like the best. This is Adam Hughes,
Oh, yeah, well, Adam Hughes is amazing.
version cover.
Yeah.
So, this one, and I try to read all these just to get an idea of what it's like. And MK says, I feel dirty. You should, because it's bad. This one I bought for the cover. I read the issue and actually enjoyed it. This is Birds of Prey #1. This is the one with Zealot joining the team. This whole issue was just nothing but setup for whatever's going to happen next. But you got the Stanley Art Germ Big Barda cover.
Mhm.
So I bought it for that, but I ended up liking the book. So
That's cool.
this one I didn't buy for the cover. This one I bought for the story, but this is The Sacrificers #1 from Rick Remender at Image Comics. This has got Max Fumara on art, and it's great. The story was interesting, and I'm definitely going to pick up the second issue to see where it goes.
Oh, good.
This one I didn't put aside for grading. It's just one I wanted to bring up.
What's it about?
It's a planet where there are humans, reptile people, and bird people. And you're focused on a family of bird people. And you've got the mom, the dad, the 3 little kids, or 4 little kids. I don't remember if it was 3 or 4. And then one of the kids, the oldest son, is like in the barn. He lives in the barn. He's treated like crap. And when the bad guys come, they're asking for sacrifices. And they literally give up the oldest son, and he is a sacrifice for something. You don't know what yet, but that's the whole point, is he's being sacrificed. Everybody has to give up somebody from their family. And he joins a bunch of other bird people and human people being sacrificed. And the end of the issue, they're chained together and they're walking off to whatever. You don't know yet. But Max, whatever his name is, fantastic artist. Rick Remender, I've liked a lot of the stuff he's done, so I'm excited to see where it goes. But the first issue hooked me, and I'm going to at least buy the second issue. A comic that I bought recently, I showed this to Avery, that did not hook me, was Sean Gordon Murphy's The Plot Holes.
Oh, you bought? How did you get that?
It's in stores. He put it in stores.
Okay, because that was his Kickstarter thing.
Yep. The name of the company is Massive Comics, and I have probably only gotten through about maybe 6 pages of this.
Yeah, I heard it was
And
terrible.
could not. I mean, the art's nice. It's not great, but the story is so out there that
Well,
I just cannot. I just have yet to be able to get. I take it to the bathroom every now and then and try to read a few more pages, and I just can't get through it. It's a bathroom comic.
Well, I heard that like one of the problems it had, I mean, one of the big problems it had was like that it's like he was trying to cater to every genre. So you have fantasy, you have action, you have like all these different dimensions of characters or something, and so it just kind of like flopped.
Well,
He still made a good amount of money on it, but nobody's really talking about the book at all.
yeah. So you guys want to see some slab books?
Yeah, of course.
Since I'm highlighted?
Your
right.
your your greatness will always be highlighted, sir.
That's right. All right, let me grab the first 4. This is the one, Todd, that I had to win the campaign just to have this one. This is Conan the Barbarian number 25 from
Okay.
Marvel Comics. It is the Legacy number 300, but this is the one, the Dan Panosian variant.
Oh yeah, look at that cover. God, dude,
But,
that dude is so good.
The only way this cover would have been better, other than the fact it's a 9.8, is if they
Black
did
and white.
a virgin version
Yeah.
without the logo.
Mhm.
But I don't believe there is a virgin version of this out there.
Yeah.
So I was very, very happy to get it. And of course, once I got it, well, here's the funny thing. There was a guy that had it listed a 9.8, and his buy it now price was like $49.99 plus $15 shipping.
Mhm.
Well, then I saw somebody had an actual auction going in which you bid on it. So I ended up getting this one for only $30. So technically, if I had bought the buy it now, I would have spent $20 more, but I still got the same book that I wanted for less.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So I'm happy. But this is one that may go into my collection. I don't know just yet. Then there was a couple others that I bought just because, in order to spread out the shipping. We've got Hellcat number 1. This is the Scotty Young variant for Hellcat. There's a lot of Scotty Young fans out there, so somebody out there might be interested in it.
Yeah, Scotty Young is an interesting character.
It's cute. It's cute. Here's one you might like. This is Noctera number 7 from Image Comics. This is the Scott Snyder, Tony Daniel comic. This is the Virgin Jason Fabok cover, which is kind of cool.
That's cool.
That is kind of cool. And it's also a 9.8. So most of the ones I usually go for are 9.8s. Now, these next 3 that I bought, I think it was, 3 of them. I bought just because they were cheap and because I could combine shipping and make it even better. But
it's amazing how even cheap things can total more than $5,000 in expenses.
Little less than 5. Don't misquote me here, okay?
Fair enough. Yeah.
This is
wait. Does Jen know?
Know what? That I spent money? Of course she knows. As long as she gets her weekly allowance, her weekly stipend, she's okay.
Okay.
Doesn't care what I do.
Okay.
She cares what I do, but I get it. This is DC Comics Naomi. This was one that Brian Michael Bendis did at DC Comics. This is issue number 3. No particular reason, just it was a 9.8 and whatever. Okay. This actually got made into a TV series, and I think it was canceled after 1 season.
Naomi was a TV series?
Yep. I also got issue number 4, also a 9.8.
Okay.
And issue number 5, also a 9.8.
Okay.
So there might be, fingers crossed, there's a Niobe fan out there. But the price that I paid for those, let me just look real quick. With shipping and tax for all 3 of them was about $40. So $40 for 3 books.
That's not
That's
bad at
not
all.
bad. So I could easily put them at 25 a piece and make a profit. So,
Yep.
all right, let me see what else we got. Let's see. Oh, this is another one of those ones. There's a lot of these that got added on just simply because I can spread out the shipping.
Wait, Carrot says Naomi was a sequel to Alf?
What? I don't think so. This is Star Wars Yoda issue number 6.
Mhm.
No other reason other than the fact that it's a Star Wars book and it was a 9.8.
Now, do Star Wars books sell okay?
I haven't sold any yet, but we'll find out.
Mm.
This is Dynamite recently put out some series of Disney villains. They did Maleficent. They did Scar from Lion King, and supposedly the next one is Hades from Hercules. They're
Okay.
putting out comics focused on this is one of 2 that I got for Scar. This is the I think this is the Gene Ha. Yeah, this is the Gene Ha variant. There were several variants, but
So Gene Ha,
9.8.
that's a name I haven't heard in a while. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's still
Oh,
around. He's still doing stuff. I think at one point he had his own creator-owned series that was being published at Dark Horse. He did a Kickstarter campaign and then went to Dark Horse. So
okay. So he has been doing stuff.
Yep. Next up is the Amazing Spider-Man number 402. This is a 9.6, but it was a really nice looking cover. So I have a regular that is into Spider-Man, and so he might be interested in them. So that's the reason why I picked up some of these books. Number 428, which is a 9.4. This is one of the ones from Steve Scroce.
Steve Scroce did that, yeah.
Yeah, 1997.
So Steve Scroce, Carrot says, love how you buy such a variety of stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm all over the place.
So hold that book up again. The Steve Scroce book. So Steve Scroce, if you guys aren't aware, he's the guy. He had a really great run at Marvel. His art style was fantastic, and then he kind of left comics for a minute because he was the main storyboard artist for The Matrix.
Yep, he did. He and Jeff Darrow did. Yep. Do you know what book he recently did the art for? Do you know that Berserker book from Keanu Reeves? They put out like a double-sized special edition, and the art is by Steve Scroce.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Oh, all right.
Next up is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 36. Just has a nice cover, but it's also a 9.8. I don't know exactly why I picked this one, but
it looks good.
Yeah. I think, who did the cover? Tony Daniels cover. So kind of cool. Like I said, I have somebody who's into Amazing Spider-Man, so it's possible they might be interested in that. Then I got one more Amazing Spider-Man. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 46. Who did the cover? I don't think it really matters.
The new 46.
Yes. Well, it says Legacy number 847.
Okay.
So, but
who is drawing Amazing Spider-Man now? Who's because it's not, is it John Romita Jr.?
Ed McGuinness.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
That issue that I showed you that had Mickey Mouse's Iron Man, that was issue number 27. That was the issue after Miss Marvel Kamala Khan died.
Mm-hmm.
And the art was by Ed McGuinness. Which isn't bad.
So. Ed McGuinness had to do the Kamala Khan death thing.
The issue after. I think he did do the death issue, but it was it might have been Junior too.
Wait,
I don't know. I never got it. I never picked it up.
What issue? Wait. What issue was that? Because they're on issue. I'm looking at now. They're on issue like 93 or something, or past that, aren't they?
No, the Kamala Khan death was issue number 26
of Amazing Spider-Man.
of Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, they keep relaunching it and renumbering it all the time. To be honest,
Yeah,
with you.
because I'm looking at The Amazing Spider-Man. That was the one with Ryan Otley and Nick Spencer.
Yeah, that was a while ago. He's been off that for a while.
God, dude, there's another Amazing Spider-Man. Hold on.
Yeah, they relaunch it all the time. It's up to like volume 6 or 7 right now.
Oh, I hate
They
that
keep
so much.
relaunching. Yeah, I
I
know.
hate it so much.
This is
I-
one that's actually kind of cool. This is John Byrne's Next Man, issue number 14.
Oh, that's classic.
This is actually the issue number, I think it's 20 or 21, is the first appearance of Hellboy in comics. This is actually his first cameo appearance.
Really?
In the kid's bedroom, there's like posters on the wall of different comic book characters, and there's a Hellboy poster in his room.
All right.
So
That's
it's
cool.
not the character's first appearance, but it's the character's first cameo appearance is in this issue. So it's kind of sought after for that. It's not a big dollar book, but it's kind of cool to have.
I literally cannot find that issue that you are showing me of that Amazing Spider-Man. I wanted to look at some Ed McGuinness art because I haven't seen it in a while. And
Yeah.
like the only thing that I see is Amazing Spider-Man, the new one, Legacy,
Mm-hmm.
they're up to issue 33, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And now what issue is the one Ed McGuinness one?
The one I have is number 27, and Ed McGuinness did the art in that.
Okay.
All right, next up, this is one I bought because I really like the cover. This is Guardians of the Galaxy number 1, the most recent relaunch of the series.
Yo, wait, gotta interrupt you. What is up, Kodiak?
Oh, hey,
Welcome.
buddy.
How's it going, man? Been a minute.
Yeah, I actually talked to him on the phone last night.
Oh, dude, Kodiak,
Yeah.
what's up, brother? We gotta get you on stream at some point, man. Been a minute, bro.
He's probably working right now, so
We'll just quit your job. Hang out with us nerds. It's fine.
yeah, that's good advice. I think I'm going to follow that. I'm going to do that. I just really like this cover. It's got Gamora, Derek Chew variant. I'm trying to. It's
Yeah,
just a
that
really
actually
cool
who did the cover? That's actually well painted.
Derek Chew. This is the Derek Chew variant cover.
Okay. All right. Fine,
So
fine.
there you go. It's a 9.8, so it's a good one. I don't want to show you this one just yet. I'm going to leave it to last. This is another one of those ones. I bought it because I could get it cheap. It's Ultimate Invasion number 1. This is the Ron Lim variant. This is the book that when it came out was like $8.99.
Oh.
Crazy amount. I wasn't going to buy it off the stand, but I bought it as a slabbed book. This is the one
Okay.
Brian Hitch did the interior art and so forth. But
Yeah.
just a variant that I liked, so I picked it up. This is another.
Kodiak says he's doing good. I'm delivering, but I will soon. All right.
Yep.
Sounds good.
This is another version of Disney's Scar number 1. This is another alternate cover. Just a cool looking cover.
I know you dig Disney stuff.
Yeah, I do. Well, I put a sign in the window of the store right next to the graded books that are on display at the window. It says, "Graded books make a great gift for hardcore collectors as well as casual fans."
Mm.
But somebody comes up and says, "Oh, I'm a Lion King fan. Here, this is a great book to give somebody as if they're a Lion King fan, Next up is Secret Wars 2 number 2. This is a 9.6 copy of the book. I have a copy of Secret Wars 2 number 1 already. So this is me expanding my Secret Wars slabbed book collection.
That is a series that I always wanted to collect, and I never did.
Well, it's a good series.
Yeah.
Last but not least, this is the first of soon to be many Star Wars from the the early Marvel books. This is issue number 12. It's an 8.5 from 1978. But dude, what an awesome looking cover.
That's
You got
awesome.
Luke Skywalker, R2D2, C3PO. It's a 9.5, which it's kind of low, but
8.5.
8 point. What did I say? 9.5. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
8.5, but still, it's a beautiful book with a great looking cover. And
Those books are actually worth a pretty good amount, man.
Oh yeah. I won about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got about in that lot of 11 books that's coming on Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are Marvel Star Wars books
Oh shit!
from
All right.
from the first
From
generation.
the first series, yeah.
So in the first series. So yeah, a lot of great books. Love it, love it, love it. I got to stop buying. But I can't.
Well, if you got it, flaunt it, man.
So you want to see what was in that box of stuff that hasn't come yet?
Maybe the only question I have for you is if is it gonna be painful?
No. Yeah, no, never mind. I'm not going to show it. It included like 2 books that I got just because, they were cheap enough, and 2 books that I really wanted. And the McFarlane Hulk one was the one I really wanted. And here, I'll show that to you real quick.
When were they supposed to come? Today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they might still come tomorrow because that's happened to me where it says delivered and then it shows up the next day. So
Yeah,
it
well.
could still happen.
But this is
There's
the
no tracking, yeah.
Yeah, there's a tracking, and it says it was delivered, left at the front porch. Todd.
Oh yeah.
That's the book that's coming to me. Well, yeah, it's either coming to me or I've lost it forever.
God, dude. And it's a 9.6.
The 9.6, yeah. I remember having this issue as a kid.
I don't remember this book.
No?
Mm-mm.
Well.
Yeah, man. I hope you get it, man.
Well, we'll see. Part of me's not too worried about it because this is the kind of poo-poo that happens in life. I'll find a way to make it up later.
Yeah, man. Karma is a real thing. So,
Yeah.
if it doesn't come to you, it will in other ways, I believe.
But
Other
I
positive ways.
usually when it comes to karma, I usually win. At least that's what I tell myself. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this story really quick, only because I may have mentioned to you guys before that I really want to quit my day job.
Yes.
And my wife has said you can, but you got to wait till after the wedding, after April. So I'm holding off till April. Well, my boss just informed us in a meeting, quick, like off the cuff meeting, that our company is going to start requiring us to go into the office 4 days a week, mandatory Mondays and Fridays. And that makes my life so much more difficult because I have a lot of I help take care of my mother-in-law and my wife, and working from home makes it easier to be flexible for that purpose. Going into the office makes that extremely difficult. Well, when he told us this, my attitude was kind of refrained. He could tell that I had something to say, but I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah.
He could tell in my voice when I told him, this is kind of going to screw a lot of people. And he knew that I was going to tell him, hey, this is going to screw me and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
Well, he told me today. So he told us this like 2 days ago. He told me today, he said, listen, I've got some important meetings going on where we're discussing that thing we talked about the other day. And he said, do you have any input or feedback that you'd like me to bring up? And I paused for a long moment. And he said, why don't you think about it this weekend and let me know? I said, okay, yeah, no problem. No problem. Now, you guys know I'm planning on leaving. And it's crap like this that makes me want to leave faster or sooner, right?
Yeah.
Well, my boss is in New York. My old boss, who's the VP of the company down here in Jacksonville, texted me or sent me an email today that said, hey, by any chance, can you come in Monday into the office so I can talk to you about this work from home thing? I'm almost 100% certain my current boss mentioned to him my my hesitation and my intrepidation.
Mhm.
And yeah, I got the strange feeling they're going to be confronting me about it very shortly.
You think you're going to get cut?
No, honestly, the greatest thing they could do for me right now is fire me. You know?
Lay you off. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to kind of propose a we're willing to work with you type of situation.
Right. They're going to make it hard, meaning they're going to let you work from home.
But the point is, I'm planning on leaving, and it has nothing to do with not being able to work from home. It's just that's another thing to add to the list.
Well, what are you going to do if they kind of compromise with you because they like you as someone that works there?
Not going to change anything, though. By April, I will not be working there anymore.
All right.
So I don't know why I'm bringing this all up right now. I think I had to tell somebody about it.
It is okay. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I know. But the bottom line is, I am hoping very soon to have more free time to draw, more free time to work on my books, more free time to do things I want to do. My high-paying job is holding me back.
That's what I said too, Andrew, before I started working with Todd.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rusty. Appreciate you, sir.
No, I took my daughter who I am the greatest dad in the world, just so you know. My daughter reaches out to me and says, "Hey, I know mom's out of town. How about I come over and make you dinner one night this week?" And I said, "Well, how about you come over and I'll take you out to dinner?" And she said, "Okay, that'll work." Her fiance was going out to a movie with Mike, so it was just her and I. And we went out to dinner. We had a good time. We went to Cinco de Mayo, had some of my favorite foods, and loved it. And then we went by Walmart, and I bought her a new router because her router at home died. So dads do that kind of stuff. And then on the way back to our place, I told her to swing by the gas station. I filled up her gas tank, and she was bragging about how she'd never seen the gas gauge all the way over on the other side before. And I'm like, well, that's what dads do. And yeah, we had a good time, and we had a long discussion about all this stuff. And I think she kind of agrees with me. And so.
All right. That's good, Andrew. Family stuff.
Yeah. Take good care of your daughters, because they're the ones who are going to take care of you one day. Just remember that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Then the question is, do you want them to take care of you? You do know, my sister and I fight over who's going to take my dad, right? If something happened to my mom, which one of us is responsible for my dad? And so we fight over it all the time. And I'm like, no, you have to take mom. And she's like, fuck no. Because your dad.
MK says, good man. Hope it works out.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I'm in a situation right now where there's so much potential ahead. There's so many plans. There's so many things going on that all gets put on the back burner because I'm working a job that I don't want to work anymore.
Yep.
And there will come a time where I say, okay, that's it. I'm done. It's time to now focus on that other part of my life, because there are things I want to do. I do not want you guys coming to my funeral 10 years from now, 12 years from now, 15, 20 years from now.
Maybe a little further out, Peeps Ahoy. Like let's think further away.
I don't want the eulogy that's given being Andrew worked for 2 companies in his life, one for 25 years, one for another 20 years. I don't want that to be my eulogy.
I think that's what they call a midlife crisis, man.
I think I missed my midlife crisis completely.
Yeah.
In your 40s?
Yeah.
Like early 40s?
Well, maybe just if you're having it late, maybe it just means you live to be like 103 or something.
No, I think I missed my midlife crisis by about 20 years.
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I hear you. Like, I mean, regardless of what happens, if I'm around at your eulogy, I will be sure. I will be sure to say that, of all the things he did, Tales from the Cornerstone was the best work he ever did.
Oh, jeez. Honestly, I think Hero Book 2 is the best work I've done so far in my life.
Yeah.
Hero Book 3 is not done. That'll be the next best thing. But
Yeah.
I've got Crom projects that I think will blow both of those out of the water.
Yeah, you got to get
know?
busy on it. I feel
will.
honestly, man, I've been feeling the same way in my own way. Like, actually, MK says difference is it's not like you just started on the other stuff, so you already have the groundwork laid out.
Oh yeah, a lot of it's. I think Volume 1 of Hero, it needs about 2 months worth of tweaking, and then it's ready to go to print.
Mhm.
Hero Book 2 probably needs even less time than that. I just don't have it. I just do not have it right now. I just don't have it. I can't. Not with my store, not with my YouTube channel, not with my current job, not with all my other responsibilities. I'm really in a horrible situation where there's so many other things I want and need to get done, and I just can't do it because somebody's paying me a whole bunch of money.
Yep.
I literally sold my soul in order to, have money. It's time to be poor again. I did that for many years. We did that for many years. It's time to do it again.
Well, Andrew, speaking as someone who doesn't have any money at the moment, let me tell you one thing: you will miss it when it's gone.
Well, I know. Romel, you going to say something? You took the mute off. I want to hear your melodious voice.
Yeah, no, Andrew, I totally understand how you feel having a job and not having time to do shit. That's pretty much been my predicament for the past 29 years or whatever. But what I was going to say was, if I should happen to pass and you all get the benefit of attending I don't want to call it a funeral. I want to say my memorial. My memorial is going to play out like an episode of Family Feud. I'm actually going to have somebody get up there and just say, "Hey, what was Romel's favorite 4-letter word?" And people are like, "Oh yeah, blah blah." That's how I want my memorial to play out. I don't want people sitting around saying, "Oh, he was a good," and that's a damn lie. I was okay.
I would never have said that.
Okay.
Romel is as long here. I'm going to mute just so I can say this, so I get your response. As long as you allow me, if I am around at your wake or at your memorial legacy party, to let those in attendance know that you really were a closet country music lover. And
that's not true. He was a big fan of the Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees.
Not a big fan. I appreciated the Bee Gees.
Dude, you and me driving down the road, singing along to "Staying Alive." Staying alive.
We did that.
Yes. Hell yeah. It was one of the greatest moments of my life.
That actually happened.
You don't even remember.
It happened.
Okay.
I found a comic recently. I found some of the copies of it CGC graded, and I actually tried to win a couple of them, but I did not. I missed out on them. But it is a title that just screams, why is Romel not drawing this title? And I want to show it to you, Todd, because as soon as you see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's called Ninjas vs. Robots.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this thing, but does this book not just scream, this is what Romel should have drawn something like this?
Her calves are all jacked up, but
Yeah, I know, but that's just
yeah,
one.
I've heard of this title. I don't think I've seen it. But yeah, it's absolutely a Rommel book.
Yeah, this is something that right up his alley.
Just ninjas and robots.
Ninjas and robots. You know, Todd, you need to write a script or a plot for a comic series that Rommel can draw, and he would destroy it.
I know.
And
I want to get
something with
Rommel
hot
and I want
babes
to get
and robots,
I,
and add sci-fi to it, and in a manga-esque, storyline. And matter of fact, you know what story he would probably draw the hell out of?
what's that?
Do you remember that one that I came up with for you? Because you asked me to come up with an idea that was Akira-like.
Way back in the day. Vaguely,
Yes,
yeah.
and I came up with that one story, and the final scene, or the final climactic scene, was this guy who could merge with mechanical things or inanimate objects, and he built like this giant freaking robot out of cars and buildings and stuff. And then the other guy's power was to absorb organic things, and he created like this giant kaiju of human bodies. And the two of them were fighting it out like in the middle in the East River off of New York or something. And
yeah, I vaguely remember this. Yeah.
yeah, the idea. I think that would be something he could draw and just blow the roof off of it.
Rommel, you trying to get back into drawing comics? Yeah. Here, let me unmute you real quick.
Currently, as we speak, I'm trying to remember that what was that website you pitched me to, that chat to AI, whatever that shit is, where it was the trailers. I'm trying to do a trailer.
Nice.
I want to do it by October, but storyboarding it, it's like you have an idea, but actually storyboarding it and writing out all the intimate details that require to be a decent trailer is hard as shit. Because what I want to do is nothing original, but I just want to come up with a pitch trailer for, say, like an updated Flash Gordon movie. Nothing real, but just something like a concept art, and maybe pitch it around like, hey, I like what you're doing, whatever, something like that. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, but it's just that the storyboarding thing is tedious. But
yeah, it's a lot of fucking work.
I've given myself till October to actually get it done.
Awesome, man. Dude.
No, but Andrew, you've never dropped that idea to me, but that would be something interesting.
The one I just described?
Yeah, that is something extremely doable.
That was an idea that I came up with, Todd. It had to be years ago.
Yeah,
I mean, I gave you the plot outline for what the story was, but I never put a single word on paper.
Yep.
But you were in New York at the time,
yep,
and you were drawing something that had a Akira type vibe to it. And you said to me, come up with an idea for a story where I can use this style, I can use these images and make it work. And I created one, and I pitched it. I gave you the pitch. It was very much a 10,000 feet view of the story. There's no. I think I had one character's name. I think I had. It was a love story, kind of like Twilight, in the fact you had one chick and two guys, and there was like a love triangle type thing. And these three characters were super powered individuals. They were part of some government experiment, and the girl's power was to see the future. And the two guys that she was like in the middle of, one guy was the one that could absorb organic material, and the other guy absorbed metal material or inanimate objects. And in the end, they were fighting over her. And the catch that I had at the beginning was the girl is the idea was the original page opens up, and she's introducing herself. She goes, "Hi, my name's this, and I go by," and I think I called her Dreamer or something like that. And she starts telling you a little bit about herself, and she says, "And I'm responsible for the death of 3.5 million people in New York City." And she goes, "Oh, wait, I'm getting too far ahead of myself." So she starts to tell the story, and you're like, "What? You're responsible for the death of 3.5 million people?" It was some crazy ass number. And as you go through the story, there's a lot of parts where it jumps forward. And the idea was that it kept jumping forward because she loses track between the now and the future. So when she's telling the story, she tends to jump back and forth. But the ultimate goal, should I tell the reason how she was
Yeah,
responsible for the
for
death?
it. You're good.
Okay, so they worked for they were experiments of a government, and they're of the government, and there was a facility built underneath New York City Harbor, and that's where they were experimented on. And the government was not only experimenting on superpowered individuals, they were experimenting on cloning these superpowered individuals. So at one part of the underground sub thing, they had a whole crap load, 3.5 million or whatever it was, thousands or millions of people, I don't know, cloned bodies that were completely and utterly brain dead. They were just bodies. And when the two guys start fighting over the girl, the one guy starts absorbing like computer equipment around him and getting larger and all this shit. And the other guy breaks into the containment area that has all these clone bodies, and he starts absorbing the clone bodies, building up his mass. So he didn't actually kill anybody because they were never alive. But at the beginning of the story, she tells you, I'm the one responsible for like blah 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 people dying in New York City. Technically that's true because a whole bunch of bodies were merged into this guy, but then at the same time it wasn't true because none of them were really alive. They were just organic material. They weren't real. But as the story goes, you figure out that she makes it seem like she's like a mass murderer at the beginning, and you're like taken back by that. But the actual truth of the matter is is literally a Twilight type love match between a vampire and a werewolf and a girl. But they all had superpowers. And I don't remember. Do you remember, Todd, if I told you how it ended?
I don't remember.
I don't think I remembered how it ended. But
Yeah.
but the imagery was this gigantic metal monster versus this gigantic organic monster in the middle of the harbor in New York City, just causing death and destruction. And at one point, the monster hits the guy and he rams into like a bridge. And all of a sudden, he starts absorbing, the wires from the bridge and the cars on the bridge. And you just see all this stuff goes flying around everywhere. And that is ultimately the image that Todd was working on that inspired the entire story. Was the guy, I think you had a guy like with his arm out and there were like wire tentacles coming out of it. And that was it. It was that image. And then I came up with this whole story based on that one image. But yeah, there's a story there. Whether or not it'll ever get done, I don't know. But like Avery would say, it's like a standalone, like 64-page graphic novel or something. It's like a one-shot thing. But the whole idea was superpowered teens, love triangle, a la Twilight, and kaiju and robot monsters. I mean, take the X-Men, Pacific Rim, and Akira, and then throw Twilight in there and mix it all together. And that was the idea that I came up with.
It's a cool concept.
Yeah.
You should write it down. You should write it down on like a
paper.
I know.
You know how often I write stuff down.
Never, ever, ever. I've actually been looking at Blade of the Immortal again because it's one of my all-time favorite books. Ramel, did you ever see Blade of the Immortal? So Blade of the Immortal, it's Japanese, but Dark Horse released the books over several years. The comics, they serialized it. I don't have all of them. I mean, it's Japanese, so there's like, I don't know, 300 issues or something like that, right? But this is like You want me to zoom in? Blade of the
Yeah.
Immortal. Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah. So like, check this out. Like, one of the reasons I love this guy. So Hiroaki Samuro is the artist. And I'm just gonna pick a random book, and hopefully I can. I always have to flip through it because some of the books are not spicy, but they, Japanese do have a little bit of, different tastes and different things they allow and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't do that book. Like, let's see if I can do this one. Yeah, I
Can't do
one.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, so he does a monthly book. So this is a monthly manga, and of course they've upsized it and scaled it for American comics, right? But
And rearrange the panel order.
yeah, and
on
rearrange the
several of
panel.
them,
But
yeah.
if you let me see if I can zoom in. But if you look at the art style, that's all micron pen and just a little bit of brush. So what I love about this stuff is that it's completely it's like sketched, right? And like I'm really getting into like back into like the idea of the finishes don't one of my personal struggles, or what I feel is like a personal struggle, is that my art style is so tight because of animation, right? And I'm actually a really fast sketcher. Like I can sketch something out really quick, but then when I go to ink, the animation kicks in, the animator kicks in, and all those lines are perfect. And I don't want that. I actually want it to be a little more like this is pencil, right? But you can see just how freaking gorgeous that is, right?
You should try doing it just straight pencils. Just straight pencils. Don't pick up the ink at all. Do it all pencil. Smear it, smudge it, whatever. I did that with Hero Book 3. Some of the story pages are just straight pencil, and I had so much fun doing them.
Like, look at that. Isn't that great? And it actually kind of fits in with like the like almost like Ino Takahiko with Vagabond, because like if you look at the Vagabond, if I can find a big image so you can kind of see. Well, see if I can find a clear image of a character without like his like this issue is all covered in blood, so it's a little hard to see. But like, yeah, like if you look at this, like his sketches are super rough, and he just straight up draws in pen. Like that is just brush, right? It's 100% brush. So it's just he takes a calligraphy brush and just like goes around and fills it in, and I'm like, man, like it's so sick. So I'm kind of my plan is to start experimenting a little bit, because I do think one, it'll probably make the artwork better in terms of like a comic style, not animation style. You got to have it tight, right? And that's kind of like the characters on the series 1 cards, they got to be tight. But for the comics, you can loosen up a little bit and get a little more life into it. You know what I mean? Like Andrew, your stuff actually has a lot of life because you kind of go straight to pen. You know
what we should do?
What's that?
I'm serious about this. We should do a live stream and do a 24-hour comic.
I would be cool.
Everybody work on a comic, and if all you did was pencil, that's all you did.
I'm cool with that.
We definitely need to do that. I need to quit my job first, though, and then I'd be available to do it.
We'll get Ramel to do it too. Well, you could do it on a weekend. We'd have to let the significant others and family and all other obligations go by, but I could probably book that. I've wanted to do that for a long time.
Oh, I know. We've talked about it many, many times.
Yeah, 24-hour comic. Like, because I always had the daydream of like, I mean, you're not going to get a masterwork in 24 hours, but you can get 20 pages in 24 hours and have the ideas for things. And if you did that, once every other month, or if you did it more than once or twice, you could get a graphic novel a year just by doing that, just to get the pages out. You know what I mean? Like I would think that would be awesome.
Well, if you think about it, if we had 3 to 4 people doing it and we were able to do 20 pages a piece, even if it was just straight pencils, we could collect that into like volume 1, and that would be a graphic novel.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. That'd be
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Because so the idea of a 24-hour comic, and I think we could do a little bit of different rules. Like the original rules of the 24-hour comic is you come with no idea and you just start, right? But I think if we came with like, an idea, whatever you wanted, like if you came with your character designs or your sketches or whatever, or your thumbnails, like if you had a plot, you like plot it out to where you would want to plot it out to. And then you've got 24 hours to actually just grind it out and finish it and get it done. I think that would be sick.
And because we're old men, I could easily see us doing it in like 4 6-hour segments, or 2 12-hour segments or something like that. We wouldn't have to. We could literally do it on a weekend and just do 6 hours. We'll start in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, stop at whatever 3 o'clock in the afternoon, pick it up the next morning.
Right, 24 hours, but not 24 hours straight.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think you'd want to do a 24-hour. I know there are artists out there who have tried it, doing a live stream, a 24-hour live stream. I have no idea how successful it was, but I know it's been tried.
Well, you can do it for sure, but the thing is like, do you like the other thing is like, we're not in our 20s anymore, so it's like, do you really want to be wrecked on Monday? You know what I mean? Like, we would be wrecked till like Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's actually pretty wise to do it like 777 or 888 or something like that. Would probably be 888, right? 8 hours Friday, 8 hours Saturday, 8 hours Sunday, and you got 24 hours.
Yep. Well, see, my only problem with that is that you're talking about the weekend when I normally work at the store.
Where?
I'm not giving that up. No matter how much. I don't know how many times.
I know. You'd rather quit your job than quit the store, and that's fine. I believe that's the way it should be.
You could do it from the store.
Don't give him ideas. He's trying to give excuses.
It would be very difficult to do it from the store, even though I could be set up there. I don't have internet access at the store.
You don't?
No, never have. I have a computer and I have stuff, but I'm not connected to the internet. So, which is sometimes a good thing.
Yeah, it makes you focus on bullshit.
But honestly, if I did not have a day job and I was at the store, one of the things that would happen is the store would be open on Fridays. I would have a Friday day. I would be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And
Kodiak says, but why? I think
why
that's
what?
I think you don't I don't know. Internet? No internet?
I'm just not paying for it for just the weekends, to be honest with you. Plus, I honestly, I haven't looked into it to see what kind of effort it would take to have like Comcast come out and set up an internet at the store, because I'd pay for it and all, but yeah, if I was at the store on a regular basis, like running eBay auctions and stuff like that, and doing live streams and actually doing, that's a whole different story. But right now that can't happen. So if that becomes the future, it's definitely something I'd be interested in doing. There's so much potential living after a job.
I like how you're just ready. You're psyching yourself out. Our Kodiak says no, the 24-hour stream. I just tuned back in.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
He's like, why do you want to do it?
What do you think would kickstart our creative process more than all of us sitting in together while on a live stream, drawing and just fucking having a great time doing it?
Well, I would love that. I would love that just because that's how we used to do it, when we were kids. You know what I mean? Like sitting around a table drawing shit and listening to the music and fucking jamming on shit. I love it. I
do remember us having a lot of fun that one time but for some reason Dave was there.
Anyway.
Did I tell you that he broke up with that member of my family that he was dating?
We got the soap opera of Jacksonville. Let's go.
Yeah. Supposedly he wanted to get serious in their relationship, and she said, never mind, we're breaking up.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That
I don't
sucks.
know any more than that, so.
MK says I hate SMR that ish. Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think it would be a lot of fun. Like bring everybody else into like the stuff that we used to do when we were younger and like had less, less obligations and shit. That's always
Now
fun.
we would need a Ed McMahon there with us. We would need somebody to read the chats because we're not going to be paying attention to the chats. We're going to be
No, we'll pay
drawing.
attention to the chats. We could do
No,
that.
no. We don't. Nope. We gotta have somebody there willing to read the chats and if somebody asks a question or something, we can take the questions, but we can't.
Dusty's right here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm asking Dusty to commit to doing it with us without being an artist.
I'm very busy on the weekend. Sorry, Andrew.
So you would have.
Dusty, how are you feeling, by the way?
I'm feeling great, thank you.
Great. Cool. Just making sure.
Man, Dusty's a bitch.
He's over here celebrating.
Once again, I win.
Oh God! Now it's a win. It's a win. Did Ramel just bounce?
I guess Ramel just bounced.
Honestly, he probably thought the stream was over since you kicked me.
Yeah. Oh shit. Golly.
Or his tablet died.
It probably his phone died. His tablet died. Yeah. Poor guy. I don't understand why he has so many issues figuring out how to use computers.
Well, bottom line is, it's something we seriously need to discuss doing, because I think it's something that would kickstart everybody's ass into getting stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely something that needs to be done.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe it's a project for next year, something early next year.
I'm blessed. So you say when, and I'm good to go. We're gonna be working on. Nope. I don't have an actual schedule yet. That's actually something we're talking about. But we've got on the adult fantasy side. We've got the character builder. I mean, I'll talk about it a little bit. I mean, I'll talk about it a little more at the summoner. We have a summoner meeting coming up at some point, but like we've got the adult fantasy RPG, and I gave it some thought, and I actually think it's a really smart idea to break it into two pieces, and have the character builder, which we've already battle tested, and then the RPG. And the reason to do the character builder first is to one, battle test it even more, but it's an asset that we can actually take to all of our friends' communities, because we've built something that everyone kind of needs with that. Like everyone has these PFP characters and all these avatars from all of these different mints and companies, and it's pretty cool in that you get in most or a lot of these projects give you the IP rights to whatever you mint, right? So everyone has these characters now, but they're not really characters yet because there's no background story, there's no character development. They're just images of characters. They're graphics, right? And so we actually have a way to create an entire backstory for whatever it is that you own, or if you're using it for like RPGs like D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, whatever, like it works as well. So we think we can kind of go into our friends' communities and kind of play that way and really introduce this concept of character backstory and character development for people who don't have the ability. I think that could be huge. It'll just be fun, like going in and kind of helping people develop characters. That'd be a hell of a lot of fun. And then you know, the RPG is actually, I mean, both the character builder is like 90% there. I just have to finish off the archetypes, and that's all done. I just have to make it more clear and rewrite it. And then the RPG is mostly done, probably like 85-90%. So I just got a little bit more on that, and so we'll have that loaded. So then we'll have lore games, so we'll be able to play some stuff, which would be great. We may even there may be even some cool things happening with lore games that I can't talk about just yet. MK says dude should get a list of rugs, have them each represented in the slums. I fucking love that. That'd be a deep fucking slum, dude.
I don't understand what any of that meant.
So what words are you having problems with?
Rugs?
So a rug is a project or a company that basically technically it's a project that scammed you out of your money. Basically, like, hey everybody, we're gonna do this amazing thing, and you know it's gonna cost this much, and everyone gets excited and you mint, and then they pull the rug out from under you, the rug, right? And they say, peace out, bye. Right. And they leave.
Wow. Okay.
And it's been applied more now because most normal people don't actually understand how startups work.
Yeah.
And so they don't know that like 90% of all startups fail. So the term rug has also extended to projects that just don't make it, right? That where
Even
they
if
actually
their
really
intentions
did
were
try.
good, yeah.
Then intentions were good, but they just didn't make it, right? It's still used as like, oh, well, they rugged the project.
There have been a number of scandals actually regarding rug pools and people who are, for lack of a better term, celebrities. There's actually was a case where a porn star named, well, I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to get us banned. But well, there was a former adult movie actress who kind of segued into like the whole OnlyFans field. She did a collectible startup, you know, kind of like board monkey yacht or whatever it was called, but it was like board ape
Web3 pioneers, everybody.
Yeah. Sorry, like I'm firing on like 1.5 cylinders.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, so the short version is that it was basically like, you know, anime inspired images of her wearing, you know, basically like, you know, lingerie. But you know, there's all sorts of really thirsty young men out there who will, you know, pay for the fantasy. So she collected about like, I don't know, like something like 1.2, like something like $500,000, and then did a rug pull, ran off with all the money, and nothing anyone could do about it.
Yep.
And I think there have been a couple of there have been some legit Hollywood actors, like I don't know, or like YouTube stars at least, who've actually been involved in that as well. They were involved in 3D collectibles. What are they called? What is it we do again?
NFTs.
NFTs, yes, they were involved in the NFT space. And
what do we do here again?
What do you guys do with this stuff?
Things didn't pan out. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah. MK says, but think of all the inside baseball that could get some folks interested in just seeing what the fuck is going on. Yeah, dude, I actually think that's a pretty cool idea. Like, there's a ton of stuff you could do. Like, there's a ton of stuff you could do with it. And I do think that, you know, it's a low hanging fruit, simple win, and I think it could provide a lot of goodwill, because I think like we're actively, like, we're a very unique project, a company. Like, we're actually actively building stuff. Like, we just finished Web3 Comic-Con and launched, you know, a massive conference that got literally everybody talking, which is fantastic, right? And we've been creating these assets, and I think, you know, we're building stuff for the community as well. And I think a lot of other communities are struggling because they don't have, like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why. Maybe it's just like an experience, or they're just not really sure what to do. but there's a lot of communities that don't have anything to look forward to, right? And they've bought things with the promise that they own the IP rights, but they can't do anything with it because they don't know how to develop their own original characters out of it, right? They see people putting Bored Ape on like restaurants and water bottles and shit, like, but they don't know how to do that themselves. And so at least you can start the process by creating really cool characters, right? And then if they want to play a game and actually start developing lore, we'll have that as well. But you don't need to. You could just have the character background and do your thing, or you could develop a character for D&D. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's a character builder. It doesn't matter what it's used for. And I think it'll give a lot of communities. I think it could be a lot of fun to cross-pollinate and then give a lot of communities something to do, especially in like this kind of crappy bear market where it's just really slow for everybody. MK says, bring your NFT, burn an effigy, get access to AF. Not a free one from us, but maybe access to our world with higher freemium. So you're saying bring your rugged NFT, burn it, and get access to AF. That's pretty cool. Yeah, access to our world with a higher freemium. Yeah, I could see that. I'll have to think about that. I hadn't thought about like I like the burning mechanic stuff. I wonder where maybe we could have, if it's a burn it or transfer it to a wallet or something like a all right. That's a pretty cool, interesting, MK. Like, I'll have to think about that. I like that idea. It's interesting. Hadn't thought of that. But yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff there. And then of course, as we're building, we'll have the character builder for our group and for everybody else's group. We'll have the RPG, so everybody can start playing that wants to play. And then we'll start doing regular content, like actual production on some of the artwork. The reason it's taken a minute is because I really want to, the goal is to have like, as people create their characters and as those characters get used in gaming or online or whatever, we can actually wrap them back into toys and comics and apparel or whatever, and then actually start helping creators, reward them for their work, like license these things from them. You're seeing it on a small scale from groups like Forgotten Runes, who's kind of they're like different side of the same coin. Like, a lot of things that Forgotten Runes has been planning or doing, we're actually building, but in a different way, which is fascinating. So a lot of stuff is totally coming in. MK says transfer to null. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. And then we sell it. We sell all of it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm always so afraid because people are gonna I'm always afraid that people are gonna send those NFTs that are just like total scam NFTs and they'll like expose themselves. But I guess it's DYOR. You can get pretty wrecked if you try to send one of those scam NFTs to another wallet, right? Doesn't that open your shit up?
Yeah, supposedly. I've never tried it, but supposedly.
Yeah. So as long as people are careful with what they send.
I did get an NFT on my wallet the other day though, and they're gonna give me $5,000, and all I have to do is burn it. So I'm gonna make sure I do that tonight.
Awesome. USDC, right?
Yes, in USDC. Yes.
That's so cool. It's amazing. It's just such a gift. People are so nice. Like,
they're really nice.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. You just won.
Yes.
You're a winner, Dusty. Oh man. Well, this has been great, man. This has been a good night. I think
very cathartic.
Yeah, it's been good. We covered a lot of ground, even our own death, which is nice. It's nice to talk about that. But it's good. But I will say this, Drew. I think your feeling is, and I don't know what it is, but I have, my instinct tells me that a lot of people are kind of thinking about this kind of stuff now. And I don't know why. Maybe it's like a cultural thing or just time of year thing. I'm not really sure, but it certainly seems like a lot of people are kind of having the same like discussion with themselves, Maybe
Well,
it's just because everyone I know is like 30s and 40s, 50s.
I think there comes a point in time in everybody's life where you sit back and say, what is really the most important thing for me?
Yeah.
Is it making money? Is it finishing projects? Is it being available for your family? Is it, going out on your own and doing your own thing? Is it, concentrating on that thing that makes you happy more than the thing that makes you money? There's, I think everybody has that point. That's just coming to me much later. So-
No, I've known you for a very long time. You've been talking about this, not quitting your job, but you've talked about this for a very long time. But I think I think you're what some might call responsible, and so
Well-
you actively chose the right thing, which was to put your family first. And you did that, and you kind of sacrificed your time and your energy for your family, and now your kids are grown. You know what I mean? Like, the things are starting to get set up a little bit to where you might not be loaded, but you're okay if you were to leave this thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, and that opens up to more time to do the thing you want to do, which is probably make books, like, then that actually increases your happiness, which also increases your health, which also increases your lifespan. So potentially, right? Potentially. So I think that actually has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, last thing I want to do is live forever, man.
Don't worry.
I told you I have 3 goals in life. 3, and that's it. 3.
Okay.
I want to meet my daughter's daughter because for some reason I think her first child will be a girl. I don't know why. I just have this strange feeling that her first child will be a girl. I want to meet the woman that falls in love with my son because I think she's going to be absolutely freaking fantastic. And I want to finish all 10 volumes of Hero. That's it. That's all I want to do. I don't want to travel to Australia. I don't want to skydive. I don't want to do any of that stupid ass shit people want to do in their lives. I have 3 things.
Like going outside and bullshit.
2 of them are completely out of my control. One of them will eventually happen, but 2 of them will eventually happen. But that third one takes effort on my part.
Yes, getting a girl to fall in love with your son. We get it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to wait till one of your daughters is interested.
Yeah,
is old enough to be interested. That's
great. Yeah, but in fact, to that,
I'll be like, Todd, you owe me. You owe me.
To that earlier point, though, MK actually said requested that you release Hero. So
yes, it'll happen. It'll happen before I die. Let's put it that way.
No, you got bit better, but you got 2 volumes out. You got 8 to go. The third one is well on its way.
Yep. Here's the funny thing. I had always.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I was going to say, I always thought the kids, if something happened to me, they would finish it. I don't think either one of them has the time to do it. So it'll probably never happen. So it's either me finish it or it never happens. So
that's right. It'll never happen. That's just not how it works.
I know.
Like, I guess my question to you is, like, if you quit your job tomorrow or next week or April, right? Are you really do you really think you can sit down and dedicate yourself to drawing the book?
Abso-freaking-lutely. I've wanted to for so long. So
awesome. Well, good. I look forward to celebrating your retirement from this nonsense job thing.
Well, it's not nonsense, but yeah, I know what
nonsense. You know what I'm saying.
Well, thank God none of the people I know watch this stream.
What does that mean?
Because I talk too damn much.
No, well, yeah, because you're just like, I'm quitting in April. Fuck all y'all.
In that part where you were calling all your coworkers dicks. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really uncalled for.
I was talking about you guys. Pay
That
attention.
was really uncalled for. It was really uncalled for.
Understand the reference.
Oh, stop it. I have too many fucking tabs open. God.
All right,
Anyway,
wrap this stuff up. Come on, we got stuff to do.
you got stuff to do. Well, it's been awesome. This has been a great episode. This has been relaxed, chill, and we could touch on some real things. Got comics in. We got life stuff in. Got some updates, which is good. I
only got kicked once.
You only got kicked once. Well, I feel like Avery is your foil. So when Avery's here, you tend to get kicked a little more, which is weird. I always expect Avery to get kicked more, but you always get kicked more than he does.
Dusty's got a thing for Avery. He gives him a little bit more leeway than me.
You're just learning to behave better, Drew.
Avery does behave better than you do. It's true.
Avery has said some really raunchy things on this channel and never gotten kicked. Where me, I just make a off-color joke and all of a sudden I'm kissing the sidewalk or whatever the expression is. I'm out on my ass type of thing. So
MK says AF goes deep. MK, you're on a roll, man. Yeah, that might be on a hat. We'll have to see there. It's not what you think. We go deep. Oh,
so
innuendo.
Sad.
What?
So
sad.
sad.
Where would you be in life without sarcasm and self-deprecating humor and innuendo? I swear.
I just want to say, a few weeks ago, I went and saw my mother, and I wasn't paying attention, and I wore my AF cap, and she made me take it off. She was very embarrassed. We're at the grocery store. Oh yeah, she was like, "Can you please not wear that around me?"
Really?
But Mom, this is what Jesus wants me to do.
That's right.
MK wants you to kick him. It's just getting out of. It's all, you know what's pretty bad when MK and Chad is off the rails. Oh God. Well, guys, happy Friday. Thank you so much, MK. Love you, brother. Kodiak, good seeing you again, man. Been too long. Carrots, everybody else, Dr. Funk, of course, Kyle, always. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Happy Friday, and we will see you next week. We will be back on, I think, like a more normal schedule next week, which means you'll probably see us in Discord a lot more and on Twitter a little bit more. And we'll be doing a summoner meeting. So I think we're going to try to schedule that. So if you're in summoners, let us know what your schedule is, and we'll have a chat. Some of we talked about a little bit tonight, but it'll be a little more organized. So there'll be more stuff to look at. So State of the Union, a private State of the Union. So that'll be good. Anyway, love you guys. Have a great weekend. And with that, God bless. Love you guys. Be safe. Be well. You know, don't jump off any cliffs, and we'll see you.